Hi friends, it's Annie Grace. I am answering questions and I am the author of This Naked Mind. Today's question comes from Sarah. Sarah says, I am 95 days alcohol free today. The first couple of weeks in, I would wake up after having a dream, believing that I had just had a drink. That went away, but now I'm starting to get them again. First of all, congratulations, Sarah, at 95 days. That's awesome. She says, not as often as they were at the beginning, but I thought that they would go away by this time. Is this normal? Also, sometimes I go out with friends, I don't drink, and then I wake up in the morning thinking that I'm actually hungover. I have to tell myself, you can't be, you didn't drink anything. So weird. Why does this happen and will it go away with time? Well, first of all, let me say I'm not an expert on dreams, so I'll tell you my own experience. And the experience of tons of people who have also stopped drinking is that yes, it's natural and it happens, and it can happen over lots of time. And for sure, it happened more frequently at the beginning. It happened to me tons of times. I would wake up, I'd be about halfway through a pint in my dream, and I'd freak out and panic in my dream. And it wasn't that I was so worried that I was having a drink for the sake of having a drink or breaking some rule. It was more that I just felt trapped again, and I felt like back in this tangled web of just thinking about it, because to be honest, I hadn't been thinking about it all that much during my waking hours. And so waking up would be this panicky feeling, and it would truly remind me of how grateful I am to be free. But sometimes I'd have a drink and I'd enjoy it in my dream and it wouldn't be any big deal. And it hasn't happened for me in quite some time, but I have a friend on Facebook, this wonderful sober blogger. Her name is Laura. She has the Home podcast. I think I've mentioned it before. But she says that it happened to her actually this week. She wrote a post about how it happened to her, and she hasn't been drinking for 18 months. And it was a really intensely emotional dream for her, one of those ones where you keep going in and out of consciousness. And so I think that, yes, it happens, but there's no reason to worry about it. I think that usually these things are just a reminder of how grateful you are not to be there anymore. And even if it is something that you're enjoying, is completely natural. I mean, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that what you dream about is something that you need to work out or let go of or deal with, that's kind of being addressed by your unconscious mind. And I choose to believe that that's definitely what's happening in this situation. So hopefully it just makes you really happy that your drinking days are in your rearview mirror. Laura said something really cool when she posted about this. She said, reconciling who we're becoming is a forever thing. And I think that's really profound. It's a forever thing. It's not that we come to a place, and this is a bit of a tangent, but there's this myth of happiness. And the myth is not that certain things will make you happy. Like, yeah, getting married makes you happy, but it doesn't make you happy forever. Getting a new job, it can make you happy. Quitting drinking can make you happy, but none of these things are going to make you happy forever. The euphoria wears off. Feelings are transient. And so we have this myth that, oh, when I finally give up drinking, when I finally get healthy, when I finally get this job, then I'll be happy, like full stop and forever. And the truth is, that's just not how it works. And so the sooner we can say feelings, good, bad, any times of feelings are transient, the better chance we have of really being happy and fulfilled. So that was totally a tangent, but I think it's true. It's a forever thing. And sometimes we need to work these things out in our minds, in our unconscious minds, while we're asleep. And I think that it's completely normal. And don't worry. In terms of feeling hungover, I have to ask, Sarah, maybe you can respond and let me know or send me a message, but are you feeling physically hungover? And if you are, I'd suggest maybe drinking more water. I mean, I have no idea why you would feel physically hungover not drinking. Or is it just kind of this memory of so many memories of waking up feeling hungover and then being like, oh, I'm not, I can't be, like, thank goodness. Because I remember, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, opening your eyes and just being like, oh no, not the day. Oh no, I don't want to feel like this. And just like wanting to shut, and it was like this traumatic thing almost because of how bad you could feel. And, if you've done that, hundreds, thousands of times in your life, then you could just have this completely residual. You had a great night out, you have this association, you wake up and you're like, oh no. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, oh yes, this is a fabulous day. I feel amazing. I'm going to go do something great. And there's no sludge in my veins, there's no headache in my head. I don't need to drink 2 gallons of water to get back to a normal state of hydration. So anyway, I'd be interested to hear more about that, whether it's a physical feeling or if it's just kind of that emotional thing. But either way, I think it's completely normal. And congratulations again on 95 days. That's awesome, Sarah. So thank you so much for the question. You guys continue to ask me questions. I'll definitely keep answering them as long as you ask them. So have a wonderful weekend. And I do have one lined up for Monday, so I'll talk to you then.